Every single scene you're watching right now was created entirely with AI. No cameras, no actors, no production studio, just AI. And if I uploaded this without telling you, most people would never guess it wasn't filmed. But here's what surprised me the most. Creating cinematic visuals wasn't the hardest part. Finding a workflow that consistently produces documentaries people actually want to watch. That was. Then I found this tiny YouTube channel. Only 20 videos. Over 1.4 million views. Multiple documentaries with hundreds of thousands of views. Completely faceless. Fully monetized. And every single upload follows almost the exact same production system. So naturally, I had one question. How are they doing this? So I spent days reverse engineering their entire workflow. How they find viral documentary ideas. How they write scripts that keep viewers watching. How they generate cinematic AI visuals. How they create realistic voiceovers. How they edit everything together. And how they design thumbnails that actually earn the click. But before we begin, let's make this a challenge. Somewhere in this video, I'll reveal the complete Google Doc containing every prompt, every workflow, and every resource I used. Comment the exact timestamp where the Google Doc is revealed. Now, let's build our first AI documentary. I opened Gemini, not to ask for ideas, but to challenge it with a carefully engineered prompt. One that's designed to think like a professional YouTube strategist. Instead of focusing on popular keywords, the prompt searches for something much more valuable. Hidden stories, unexpected twists, and historical events that instantly make people think, wait, I've never heard that before. Every instruction inside this prompt has a purpose. It's built to avoid predictable ideas, and instead generate concepts with strong curiosity, emotional pull, and documentary potential. The goal isn't quantity. It's finding one story that's capable of holding millions of people's attention from beginning to end. And within just a few seconds, Gemini returns 10 completely original documentary concepts. Some are fascinating, some are unexpected, but one idea immediately stands out from the rest. A forgotten story, hiding behind something every single one of us eats, almost every day. And that's the story we're about to bring back to life. Finding the right idea is only half the battle. The real challenge is turning a fascinating topic into a story that people simply can't stop watching. That's where most AI-generated scripts fall apart. They read like Wikipedia articles, accurate, but lifeless. They dump facts, list dates, and explain history as if you're sitting in a classroom. And that's exactly why viewers leave. Instead, I take the chosen topic and feed it into another custom-built prompt. But this one has a completely different job. Rather than asking AI to write an article, it's designed to think like a professional documentary writer, building mystery, suspense, emotional tension, and constant curiosity from the very first sentence. Every instruction inside this framework pushes the script toward one goal, making history feel alive. Instead of saying what happened, it focuses on why it mattered, who it changed, and how one seemingly ordinary event created consequences that reshaped the world. Every section is written to naturally raise another question, keeping viewers curious long before the previous one is fully answered. So once I select the history of coffee, the dark brew that sparked the Enlightenment, I let Gemini transform that single title into a complete cinematic narrative. Within moments, it generates a script packed with powerful hooks, dramatic storytelling, and historical depth, creating the foundation for a documentary that feels less like a lesson and more like watching history unfold right in front of you. But even an incredible script is only the beginning. Now comes the part that truly brings every word to life. A powerful script can capture your imagination, but imagination alone doesn't create a documentary. Every sentence still has to become a scene. Every emotion needs a visual, and every historical moment has to feel as if you were standing right there when it happened. That's where the next stage begins. Instead of manually planning hundreds of shots, I bring the completed script into chatgpt with a cinematic visual engineering framework. But this isn't asking AI to simply generate prompts. Its job is far more sophisticated. The entire script is carefully analyzed, then broken into dozens of small narrative segments. Each segment becomes its own cinematic blueprint, complete with historically accurate environments, authentic clothing, realistic camera movements, lighting directions, environmental details, and even natural ambient sound effects. Nothing is left to chance. The goal is simple. If you muted the documentary completely, the visuals alone should still tell the story. Every shot needs to communicate the narration through emotion, composition, and historical authenticity, not just look beautiful. Within moments, what started as pages of narration transforms into a complete production plan, mapping out every scene from beginning to end. Instead of wondering what to generate next, every visual is already designed with a clear purpose, making the entire filmmaking process faster, more consistent, movement, and far more cinematic. At this point, the script is finished. The visuals are planned, but there's still one thing missing: a voice capable of making history feel alive. A great documentary isn't remembered because of perfect visuals alone. It's remembered because of the narrator. The right voice can turn a simple historical fact into something mysterious, emotional, and unforgettable. That's why I never settle for the first AI voice I find. I compare several free and freemium voice generation platforms, each offering different voice styles, emotional delivery, and levels of realism. Some sound conversational, others sound cinematic, and a few are surprisingly close to professional human narration. The goal isn't simply to generate speech, it's to find a voice that makes every sentence believable. Once I've found the right voice, I never generate the entire documentary immediately. Instead, I begin with just a few lines. It's a simple habit that saves both time and credits, while letting me fine-tune the pacing, pronunciation, and overall tone before committing to the full narration. Even the best AI voices aren't perfect. Small pauses and awkward silences can quietly break immersion, so I clean them automatically using free audio tools that remove unnecessary gaps in seconds. Then, I run the narration through Adobe Podcast to enhance its clarity, warmth, and overall studio quality. Finally, the polished voiceover is placed onto the editing timeline. For the first time, the documentary has a heartbeat. Every visual we'll generate from this point forward will be synchronized to this narration, transforming a collection of AI assets into a story that actually feels alive. Now, the real filmmaking begins. Now comes the moment where everything we've built finally starts becoming real. Up until now, we've only been working with ideas, words, and production blueprints. But this is where those blueprints begin transforming into actual cinematic footage. I simply take each visual prompt we've already created and feed it into Google's AI video generator. Every prompt already contains the camera movement, the historical setting, the lighting, the character details, the environmental atmosphere. So the AI isn't guessing what to create, it's following a detailed filmmaking blueprint. The only adjustment I make is matching the video duration to the length of the narration. Short narration only needs a short shot, while longer story moments deserve more screen time. That simple step keeps every visual perfectly synchronized with the voiceover and maintains a smooth viewing rhythm throughout the documentary. And here's a mistake that wastes a surprising amount of time. Most people wait for one video to finish before starting the next. Instead, as soon as one prompt is submitted, I immediately move on to the next scene and keep the generation queue running. While the AI is creating one clip, I'm already preparing the next, turning what could be hours of waiting into a much faster production workflow. Within a few minutes, something incredible starts happening. Scene after scene appears on the screen: ancient Ethiopia, the bustling streets of Constantinople, Ottoman courtrooms, medieval taverns, all generated with cinematic camera movement, realistic lighting, and historically authentic details that perfectly match the narration. And before long, every chapter of the documentary exists as a collection of stunning AI-generated shots, ready to be assembled into the final film. With every scene generated, it's finally time to assemble the documentary. This is where hundreds of individual AI assets stop feeling like separate clips and start becoming one complete story. The first thing I do is bring every generated shot into the editing timeline. Before making any visual adjustments, I create the captions. They're not just there for accessibility. They help keep viewers engaged, reinforce important moments, and make the documentary easier to follow, especially on mobile devices. After generating them, I choose a clean template and enhance them with subtle outlines, soft shadows, and a gentle glow, so they remain readable without distracting from the visuals. But the most important part of the entire edit isn't transitions or color grading, it's synchronization. Every clip is carefully trimmed and aligned with the narration, so that each visual appears exactly when the story reaches that moment. Whenever I need to verify the timing, I simply refer back to the original script and match every scene to its corresponding line. That attention to timing is what makes the documentary feel intentional instead of random. Once the pacing feels natural, I add simple transitions that keep the story flowing without drawing attention to themselves. The audience should notice the story, not the edit. Finally, I apply a subtle adjustment layer to unify the entire film, with consistent contrast, balanced highlights, natural exposure, and a gentle vignette that adds depth without overpowering the image. After one final review, there's only one step left. I export the documentary, and what started as a single idea has now become a complete cinematic film, created entirely with AI. You can spend days creating an incredible documentary, but none of it matters if people never click on it. Before anyone experiences your storytelling, your visuals, or your editing, they make a decision in less than a second, based on one thing: the thumbnail. That's why I never settle for a single design. Instead of asking AI to create a random image, I give Gemini a thumbnail strategy that's specifically built around YouTube psychology. The prompt doesn't just describe a picture, it generates multiple compositions designed to capture attention, create curiosity, and remain instantly readable on a crowded homepage. Once the title is added, Gemini produces 5 completely different thumbnail concepts. Each one explores a unique visual angle while maintaining the same cinematic documentary style, giving me several strong creative directions instead of relying on a single idea. I then take those prompts into Google Flow and switch to image generation. Using the 16:9 aspect ratio and Nano Banana 2, I start generating every concept one after another. And just like the video workflow, I don't wait for one image to finish before submitting the next. Keeping multiple generations running saves time, while giving me a wide variety of thumbnail options within minutes. The results are often surprisingly different. Some focus on emotion, others emphasize mystery, power, or historical symbolism. Instead of guessing which design will perform best, I now have multiple high-quality candidates that can even be tested against each other to see which one attracts the most clicks. Because on YouTube, the best video doesn't always win. The one people choose to click does. And a great thumbnail is what earns that first click. If you actually watch this entire video, here's a challenge. Comment the exact timestamp where I revealed the Google Doc. No cheating, I want to know who stayed until the very end. Then grab the complete blueprint and start building your own AI documentary. See you in the next one.
Before it was an industry, before it was a morning ritual, it was a drug of subversion. If you were caught consuming it in 16th century Constantinople, the punishment wasn't a fine or a night in a cell, it was execution. You were sewn into a leather sack alongside the very beans you brewed and cast directly into the freezing depths of the Bosphorus Strait. The state didn't fear the bean itself. They feared what happened to the human mind when it consumed it. For millennia, humanity functioned on a biological rhythm dictated entirely by the sun. When darkness fell, society fell asleep, fueled by a steady, dulling intake of low-alcohol beer and fermented wine. We were a species operating in a perpetual, hazy twilight,